Hello, my loves. I'm Shannon. Welcome to my channel. This is Lifestyle Manifesting. And on my channel, I am discussing manifesting as a lifestyle. If you need additional help, I have many ways to work with me. Look in the link in my description. Let's talk about everything exists right now. Because the understanding and knowing that all of creation exists and everything existing right now is the powerful knowing, and that's how you create a reality of unlimited possibilities, by knowing that everything's existing right now infinitely. All of creation right now existing infinitely. What that means is there are infinite versions of your specific person. For example, I had somebody on one of my videos ask, can you manifest someone that's already in a relationship or somebody across the world? Yes, anyone. You can manifest anyone. And I want you to kind of dig a little deeper within. Why do you think you're interested in someone who's already in a relationship, or somebody who's across the world or in another state? Why do you think that is your experience in the world? I want you to think about that deeper, if that's your situation, right? Why would that situation be? Why would that be your experience in the world? Well, the reason it's your experience because you are already of the self-concept of someone who doesn't see that the person they want is available, okay? Or you're already seeing yourself as second choice. You're already seeing yourself as not chosen. That's why when someone meets someone they like, and that person lives across the world, or that person is in a relationship, because you yourself are not identifying yourself as number one being chosen. When you already know you're chosen, when you already see the highest in yourself, the value, seeing and knowing that you're enough, knowing that you could live a life of having anything you want, your world will reflect that. So you won't have situations. Someone who is solid on their self-concept is not going to have those kind of situations come into their experience. Everything is existing right now, but if you're in a reality where your specific person there's a third party and they have a partner or they have someone in their life, why do you think that's happening? Or why do you think you're experiencing that? That's the question That's the question for you to dig deeper, to understand how you're creating your reality. Because everything you're creating in your reality, it's coming from you and the perception that you hold of yourself. And many of our own perceptions of self are unconscious. They're unconscious ideas that you hold of yourself, insecurities that you didn't address, not feeling valued that you didn't address, not feeling enough that you didn't address. So there are infinite realities existing now. There are infinite versions of your specific person. Everything in your world is a reflection of you. Nothing exists in your reality without you. You're the life-giving spirit, and everything and everyone is an extension of you. You're the only one with the ability to think in your reality, and everything is responding to you. So everything is forming and shaping around you, and your feeling about reality, your feeling about how reality works. So if you think reality is like linear time, and it's hard and solid, and it's a fact, and it's realistic, and nothing changes. Well, not that nothing changes, but like generally facts don't change. If there's a study, that's the fact. If you believe that, that's your world. Understand that's not the truth of what the world really is, or your experience in this world is not that. The truth is all possibilities exist, and whatever is a fact in your world, whatever's a current fact, it's a fact because of you and your belief around how, that particular topic or that particular relationship or that particular idea. Okay, it's all coming from you. When you change your conception about something, your reality will reflect and change. So there are infinite versions of your specific person, but if you're focused on the version that doesn't want you, it's not them, it's you. It's because you already have a conception of yourself not being chosen. Maybe you don't get what you want. Relationships don't work out. Whatever those beliefs are, let those beliefs rise to the surface and then remind yourself, those beliefs aren't true. They're not true. They only are true. Of course, I get it, right? Reality is showing you that it's true. But the reason reality shows you it's true because it's coming from you, because that was your assumption about reality, or that was your assumption about yourself. Everything exists right now. And let that be one of your, like whether it's an affirmation or making sure you create that knowing and the belief. Okay, just affirm it, because as you affirm it, you'll see how reality all exists right now. The past, the present, the future only exists now. The past doesn't even exist. It's just the memory of the past. Let go of the memories that don't serve you, that don't align with your vision. Let go of the memories of yourself of being insecure. And now, instead, focus on the present moment of who you want to be. If you want to be someone who's secure, start being secure. Start doing things right now in the present moment that make you feel like you're a secure person, that you value yourself, that you love yourself. And you could do that with affirmations. And as you affirm, you will create that reality. You'll naturally create that reality. I see I have a lot of new followers here. Hello, everybody. So I'm talking about manifesting mostly. Most people are coming to me because they want to manifest a specific person, but I want you to remember that you apply this to everything in your life. Specific person is not just the love of your life, that the relationship. Specific person is all, well, not is, a specific person means all the people in your reality. All the people in your reality, all the things in your reality, money, possessions, everything you're manifesting. Everything in the world that you're experiencing is because of your consciousness, consciousness is your thoughts, imagination, and what you're thinking and what you're assuming, what you're believing, and it's all coming from you. When you change your perception and your conception about anything and you persist, okay, that's the key, because you have to persist. Reality might not reflect it back immediately because you had a belief about linear time. When you let go of the idea of linear time, it makes you a really powerful creator, because it doesn't really exist. Einstein said it's not linear time. There's only that perception of linear time. Keep reminding yourself that reality isn't quite what you thought it was to be, or that what you quite thought it was. Reality is flexible. Reality is responding to you. Your reality is an extension of you and your beliefs about reality, your beliefs about who you are, your beliefs about how people show up in your world and how people treat other people. All right, I'm going to answer some questions. How is everyone? SK said, Grandpa is in the hospital. How can I manifest he's better? Start imagining he's better. Start imagining that he's already home. Start imagining that you're talking to him and he's saying he feels so good and he's so grateful that he has this health. It doesn't matter what age you are, you could create health. Okay, so you're imagining, remember, when it comes to the wish fulfilled or living in the end, which is all the same, right? It's those terms mean you have your desires. So the desire in this case is Grandpa is feeling better. He's doing great. He's thriving with health. So what do you want to do? You want to affirm from the end that he's in the best shape. He's doing great. He's healthy. He's feeling good. He's laughing. Things that he would be doing, things you're doing already, assuming the desire's fulfilled, right? So he would be laughing and he would be smiling. What are those things? You just affirm that. Okay, remember, you're focusing on what you want, not what you don't want. Okay? So think of yourself as that inspiration, The words you can use in the physical world that you're living are like, you're going to get better, and I know that you have strength within you. Like you could, say that to your other family members or to him, right? Give that encouragement to look for the brighter side. And at the same time, in your mind, you're affirming, oh, he's already better. He's doing great. All right. After my breakup with SP a month ago, I have ups and lows every day. I don't want him anymore, but my ups and lows are annoying me. How do I always stay positive and not let myself feel down or low? Because think about coming from choosing your reality. You get to choose your reality. And if you're not consciously choosing what you want, you're in the objective reality that just bumping you around, highs and lows, and somebody says something to you. Like, for example, if someone came up to me and said, you are so ugly. I mean, I could feel so terrible about myself. I could feel sad. I could go home and cry. I could tell all my friends, like, that person said I'm ugly. Okay. If I don't believe in myself, and if I don't have the conviction and the belief and the power within me to know that I am beautiful, I'm going to let the world tell me who I am. That's not what I want to do. That's what we generally do. We let the world tell us who we are. We let the world shape and form who we are, but you get to choose who you are. It's about taking control, taking the reins of your life and saying, no, if someone tells me I'm ugly, I could say, I don't care. I don't care what you think. I know what I think. I know I am. Okay, no, I'm not saying I would have been able to do that many years ago. I probably would have been hurt. That's because I was relying on the gratification of the validation of the outside world to tell me who I am. But I don't do that anymore. This is about your self-concept. Self-concept's leveling up and saying, I know who I am. I don't care what someone tells me the opposite. If someone's ghosting me, that's not going to affect me. I decide that I'm beautiful. That's not going to make me feel down. I'm not going to go home and cry. I don't care if I get negative feedback. And by the way, I will say for the most part, I created this deliberately. The feedback on my, videos, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, I have positive feedback more than anything. Sure, do I have a little doubt? My old worries about, is this crazy, right? I used to think that. And then I had to shift myself because I thought I was doubting it like many years ago. I don't rely on the comments. I create the people that come into my world. I deliberately create the people that resonate with me. In your reality, you're doing the same. Don't let the world validate who you are. You validate yourself. So why are there lows and highs in your reality? Because you're wanting something to make you happy. I mean, this is more of a general, right? It's not specific because I haven't spoken with you. But if we're only going to feel good because somebody complimented us, and then we go, oh yeah, I do look good, thank you. But then you feel low. The inner knowing and the inner feeling is like, I don't know, no, I don't. I need the validation from outside to tell me who I am. You got to learn to create that fulfillment within, create the validation within, because your world's going to reflect you anyway. If you're already feeling insecure, guess what? The world's impersonal. It's impersonal. That's why you don't take it personally. I don't take it personally, even when I do get some random comment, which could happen, but it's rarely ever happening. I don't take it personally. If anything, I just delete it because it's not part of where I want to put my focus. It's not important enough for me to post something and say, this person called me ugly. That's not, because why should I take all of my importance and put it there? I'm going to put my importance on deleting it and then affirming and validating who I am. So what that creates for my future experience is that I am not giving importance to the validation of others, and then I create a reality where I already validate myself. Now the world's impersonal. If I validate myself, the world's impersonal. It's like, oh yeah, you're validated. You're valued. The world shows me that because I know that and I create that within. If I was someone who was judging, right? Judgmental, which, yeah, okay, so this is something that we can consistently work on, because it's like, how can you walk through life without making a judgment? Okay, if I'm someone who judges, my world's impersonal. My world's going to judge me back. I'll see examples, or I'll have experiences where I'll just be at a store and I'll run into Karens, because that's judging, right? And I'll see that, and I'll see that stuff on my feed. If I'm someone who judges, that's the kind of things my world confirms that that's what I have from within. So the more that I could do the inner work of being more an observer and not judging by the appearance of what's in the 3D reality, not judging others based on anything, right? This is a discipline, right? So the less that I judge the world is impersonal. It's not judging me anymore. So this is all the inner work. This is the self-concept work. Self-concept work of how, okay, so you're saying highs and lows. Let's go back to highs and lows. The lows are happening because you need something outside of you to either tell you who you are, to validate you, to make you feel better, to make you feel good, make you feel happy. Now, learn how to do that without those things in the world. Learn how to, it's a choice. Learn how to choose to feel content. Learn how to choose to feel okay. Learn how to choose to feel happy, right? You choose, it's a choice. It's a choice to be happy. So you have to put your attention more on, well, you could use some things in the 3D reality to help you get there. So things that you could use to keep you more on feeling better. Well, we could feel better about ourselves when we're doing something that feels productive, right? Like, let's say you wanted to learn a new language. You're putting in the work and attention. You feel better about yourself. You're improving yourself. You're doing, not only that, you're doing something you enjoy. You do it because you're enjoying it, because you wanted to that. And then you see, as we accomplish things, right? Now, again, this is all, I mean, from the higher self, it's a better, the perspective is you're already whole and perfect. But as we're living in the 3D reality, there are things that we can do that could help us feel better, right? Feel better about who we are. No, because you could feel that sense of accomplishment that could help you say, yeah, I can do anything. I can do anything I put my mind to. And that feeling goes deeper within, knowing that you can really do anything you want. You can be anything you want. You can have anything you want. Okay, so put more of your focus on that creation, that feeling of a choice of happiness. You get to choose happiness, and you create the fulfillment from within. What are my thoughts on tarot? No. You said, is it predictive? No. Only it is, okay. It is, someone who's giving you a reading, will it predict your future? Only if you believe it will. So it's in your reality, you're the operant power. What that means is you are the God of your reality. In your reality, everything is responding to you. You're the God of your reality. In your reality, someone giving you a reading, even if someone's clairvoyant, they do not have more power than you. All of those people are in your reality reflecting it because you had some interest in it or you put some focus on it. They're not going to tell you what your reality will be. Only if you give them the power. That would mean you would believe what they say. That would be giving them the power. You have all the power. So someone who's reading tarot cards, the tarot card is not going to create your reality. You create your reality. Okay, well, it will create your reality if you're believing it. Do you understand and get that? Nothing in your reality, no facts are final and nothing's true. By the way, okay, so let me give you a different perspective of a reader. Let's say you go for a reading and the reading tells you something. The reading can tell you, he's not meant for you. Okay, well, the tarot reader is only reflecting you. The tarot reader would be reflecting let's say that would be your doubt, and you might recognize, oh, that's my doubt and that's my worry. And then what you would say in that moment to yourself in your mind is, that's not true, but that's my doubt. Okay, I know that I'm the operant power. I know I create my reality. Tarot card readers, just reflecting my own doubt. Okay, but someone that goes to get a tarot reading and they go, and the reader says, oh no, he's not for you. And that person starts to feel sad. Oh no, they're not for me. Guess what? Your world is going to reflect you. Your world reflects you. Tarot reader reflects you. You feel sad. This person, you believe the tarot reader. Now your specific person's just going to reflect you because whatever your belief is, your reality is reflecting you. So specific person will reflect. If you're feeling sad, like, I guess they're not the one. It's not going to work out. Tarot reader said it's not going to work out. If you are believing that and feeling that way, and you're saying that, you're affirming that, your reality is going to show you and confirm the truth of that. And you'll feel sad. But you you can change your reality is only reflecting you. So do you understand? If the reader said that, if I go for a reading and they tell me something that, like, oh yeah, that person will never work with you. Like, let's say I want to work with someone. I'm imagining working with someone. I go to a reader and the reader tells me, no, they don't ever want to work with you. If I go, oh, they don't want to work with me. Okay, I could believe that, you know what, the universe will give me something better. Well, guess what? If that's my belief, I'll get something better. But it's not the universe, it's you. You are the one who has full control of your reality. Everything is already reflecting you. But here's what I would do. If someone told me that, I'd be like, oh no, I want to work with them. I don't have to tell the tarot reader. Okay? Maybe I'd go just to see what they're reflecting, but I'm not gonna deem and declare whatever a tarot reader is my reality. I get to declare it, right? So I would say, oh no, if they told me no, I'd say, oh no, this is mine. That person would love to work with me. Not only that, that person's having success with me. So I would go to the end already. If this particular person that I'm imagining working with, that they want to work with me, I would go to the end and imagine we already work together. They love working with me. They are not only loving working with me, they see my value. They have they feel the value. They're having success. So I'm going to the end and I'm imagining that. It's the same thing for you in your reality. Go to the end because you're already doing this. You're already doing this. And someone else, a different person on a different video, it was a video that said how to get someone obsessed with you, right? And someone wrote in the comments, you don't want to do that. You don't want anyone obsessed with you. That's something you shouldn't do with manifesting. But understand this. If someone, like if I think that nobody likes me and let's say I really want to get married, but the deeper feeling and conviction is, yeah, but I don't think anyone would ever want to be with me. I'm not good enough. I'm not pretty enough. If that's what I think, my reality is going to reflect that. My reality is already reflecting if I think no one likes me. If I think that, my world's going to show me that. It might show me that someone likes me because I just know I would never want to be with that kind of person, right? So we could have general and specific beliefs. So my point on this is you're already manifesting how people show up in your world. There's nothing wrong. If someone's having a desire, it's a problem-aware topic. The problem-aware topic is that you have this desire that you want. Not necessarily that you can create. You'll learn that you could create anything you want in your reality. You're already doing it. You already might have somebody obsessed with you that you don't want. You created that. We already created everything that already exists in our world. So, struggling to see my specific person as different. Keep seeing dreams of him as the negative version. When you have a dream of the negative version, just decide that is an old purge. If it feels comfortable, when you wake up, create revision. Imagine you had a dream where you're together. Okay, so We came here to learn how to create and to learn how to manipulate the energy, to be able to overcome and transcend and use your creative power. So the only reason that your reality is what it is because of how you define your past, how you define yourself. So your past doesn't even exist. Start recreating your past. Recreate the dream. You consistently tell the story that you're, in the relationship you want. If you're struggling to see your SP as different, it's because you haven't practiced it enough. Well, you have to also, there's several ways to do this, or many ways to do this. So you level up you, where the leveled up version of you is like, well, I'm only accepting this behavior from a partner. And what is that behavior? Well, someone who's loyal, and someone who's devoted, and someone who invests in you, and someone who would go to the ends of the earth for you, and someone who treats you like a priority. Okay, so when you level up the version of you, by the way, this is what I do consistently in my VIP group. It's a monthly subscription group. Okay, I help you stay on that mental vision of you already being this way, already knowing you're a goddess or the god of your reality, right? Already knowing that this specific person will go to the ends of the earth for you. So the problem is you practiced too much seeing the old version of them. It's like holding on to the past or holding on to that old version when you need to keep replacing it. So keep replacing in your mind. And I understand it doesn't feel totally natural to do that because we think, no, they're that way, but they're not. They're only that way because you perceive them to be that way. So in order to change the conception of someone, you have to keep painting the picture of that new vision of them. What would it look like if your SP walked in the room and said, babe, I would do anything for you, go to the ends of the earth for you. If anything ever happened to you, I am there in a second. If you lost your wallet, I'm leaving work and I'm coming to get you, and I'm making sure that you're, and I'm making sure that you're safe, and I'm making sure that you're home. So you have to be the version of you who feels like someone would do that for you, right? So that's leveling up you, seeing yourself as a priority, as a prize, as important, being seen and heard. That's you. That's how you have to embody and feel. Now, you have to also imagine you're treated that way. Well, you'll already imagine you're treated that way the more you practice being that version of you in your mind. You only need to assume this version of you to change your reality. You only need to hold, but you have to hold loyal to the assumption, because when you affirm, you could be at home. Okay, so here's the another kind of biggest question I get. People will tell me, I'm on point with my self-concept. I feel great. They're affirming, they're home, they're with their friends. But when they are in reality, or not reality, but an experience, because we're just living life. When you're in life and the opposite happens, that's the true test of where you're at. It's not a test outside of you. It's your test with yourself. So the opposite happens. How are you interpreting the opposite happening? That's how you test where you're at with your self-concept. How are you interpreting the opposite happening? Are you saying, oh, it didn't work? Well, you're interpreting it didn't work. You're not in your belief about your power as the creator, that you're the operant power. So if it's the opposite happening, how do you interpret it? Do you say, it's just the old reality playing out. I already have my desire. It's already mine. And now you go into that vision and you persist in affirming the vision of what you want. The vision of you with your desire. It's a relationship. You persist in being who you are. So if I'm persisting in saying, I'm beautiful, and then I go out and someone says, oh, you're ugly. Okay, so how am I going to interpret that? Am I going to say, oh, that was my old self-concept when I kind of didn't think I was attractive, or I didn't think anyone liked me? Okay, but if I feel hurt and sad and crying and triggered, okay, I get it. We can validate our feelings. It's just showing you who you still are. You're still the person who thinks you're not pretty or attractive or whatever. So how do you know that you've leveled up truly within. Because if someone told you if someone told me, Shannon, you're ugly, I'd be like, okay, bye, whatever. Okay. I'd be like, I know I'm not. I know I'm not. So when I know I'm not, I have demonstrated to my world, no, I don't believe that. I believe what I believe. Now, what will happen, by the way, what will happen as I have demonstrated to my world, no, I'm not triggered anymore. I'm not crying. I'm not feeling sad and lonely and hurt about myself and it's never going to work out. I'm not feeling that way. Okay. How do I know I've leveled up? Because I will look at that situation and say, okay, I'm not even going to engage with that. No, thank you. Old thoughts, old beliefs. I'm not engaging with you. I know who I am. I know I'm beautiful. I know I'm amazing. Now, when I do that, in the moment I do that, I demonstrated to my world that I know that. What's going to happen in my experience tonight, tomorrow, the next day, now the world's going to show, someone's going to compliment me and say, oh, you look so beautiful. Because I have demonstrated to my world who I am and what I think about myself. Now my world starts reflecting. I don't need the validation because I already gave myself the validation. I already decided. I already told the world who I am. I didn't listen to all the haters or people out there telling me who I am. I didn't decide. They tell me, oh, you're this, you're that. No, I don't decide. I decide who I am. Now, when I decide who I am, the world reflects it. But if someone says negative things about me and I believe it, the world's impersonal. The world's going to show me it more. And then I'm going to feel bad again. And then I just go down that cycle of feeling bad. This is about you deciding you don't care. Take nothing personal. You don't care if something opposite happens. It's not that you don't care. It's more that it's not important enough for you to even give it any attention. And back to seeing your specific person as a different person. Start seeing people differently. Start seeing the best in everyone. Because when you focus on the best in everyone, you bring a reality of the best in everyone. Even if I walk down the street, I remember when I think there's so many homeless people, I'd see them on every corner. So I'm in the city, right? I realized I am creating that experience. There are no homeless people on those corners anymore because I started visualizing. Instead of seeing a homeless person, I visualized I saw a man with a briefcase or backpack looking like he's all ready to go to work. Even though it was someone begging for money. Do you understand this reality? The reality you experience is so lucid. Whoever you're seeing is who they are because of your assumption who they are. Now, did that person in the instant change into a man with a backpack? No, because my belief is still like linear time. So even though I'm saying past, present, and future exists now, there's still that sense of linear time. Okay, but I have a broader perspective. At the same time, they both exist. Okay, over my linear time on those same corners, I do not see those people begging for money anymore. I don't see anyone on those corners at all because I started imagining consistently. Even when I went the next day and I saw the same guy asking for money, sure, I could give him money, but at the same time, I was imagining he got a job. I'm imagining what I want and I create my reality. That's how wild this world is. It is like a waking dream. So we are dreaming the dream of life. Yeah, you're struggling to see him as kind and loving for periods of time because it's just that you have to keep replacing. Okay, you just have to keep replacing. I could keep looking in the mirror and saying, you're ugly, you're ugly, you're ugly. I haven't changed. I didn't do anything, right? I'm not saying that I really think I'm ugly, but as an example, right? I could keep looking in the mirror and saying, you're ugly, or I could finally just decide to say, you know what, you are pretty. And with no changes whatsoever, I could just learn to accept myself. So you could think about, you know what, I'm learning to accept. I'm learning to accept. And I could accept myself. I could start there. I could say, I accept you. And now I could look I could look for, I could remember qualities. You could remember qualities about that person. Remember the time they said something really nice. Remember the time they did something nice and that was chivalrous. Or remember the time that they complimented others or that they went out of their way to do something else. Even if that didn't happen, you can imagine it happened, because the more you imagine it happened, you create that reality. I know it can feel scary to do that because you want to hold on to the past. Stop holding on to the past. You don't have to do that. Just visualize living. Don't focus on SP. Just focus on you're going to live your life in the most beautiful relationship, because you will create that reality. And because he is an extension of you, he will show up that way even if you don't focus on him. You don't have to focus on your specific person in order to manifest them. Euphoric Melody. Today I went to the beach looking at happy couples, claiming it for myself. Yes, exactly. You know what? I love that you did this, because when you look at your world and you see the things that you want and you claim it for yourself, you create it for yourself. And that already shows where you are. Thank you for it. By the way, it's all the hearts going. I appreciate it. Thank you, you guys. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate the roses that I see. And I appreciate that you're here. I intend that you see changes in your life and in your world, and that the bigger picture is that you see that you're the creator, because this is really cool. This is really powerful. You're already the creator, but you're just creating sometimes what you don't want. Now get into the mindset of creating what you do want. When you claim, back to Euphoric Melody, the fact that you claimed it for yourself shows me already like you are on the bridge of incidents, right? You're already there, because you're not looking at it thinking, why do they have it and I don't? When am I going to have it? You're claiming it for yourself. It is correct. It's exactly what you want to do. By the way, your world is showing you the things you want. Are you going to claim it as yours, or are you going to say, I don't have it, right? Okay, Sarah, how do you keep thinking positively that you will get a call text from SP? It's been a while. Well, I know you asked that question probably before I went on my whole rant. All you have to do is think positively about yourself. Stop focusing on the call. Stop focusing on the text. When you know that you're a commodity, you're one in 8 billion, or how many people are in the world? 8 point whatever billion. Is it 8.7, 8.5? You are unique. You are the only you. You are valuable. So understand this and feel this on a deep level, knowing it. When you know this so deeply, you're not gonna, the version of you who knows this so deeply is not waiting on a text. That's like barely any, you're not gonna put your attention into that. That's not valuable for you to wonder if you're gonna get a call or text. The version of you wondering if you're gonna get a call or text is the one that doesn't know the truth and the deeper knowing of what your value is. You're not waiting on that person to validate you. You validate yourself. So how do you think positively? Well, keep affirming the version of you, and you affirm it and feel it now. What does it feel like right now to know that, like, I am a masterpiece? What does it feel like to know that I'm wanted and I'm loved and I'm treasured? What does that feel like? Because I'm the only one that needs to validate myself. You're the only one who needs to validate yourself. You're not looking for validation from the call or from the text, not needing that. In fact, you're not even wasting time or bothered with someone that didn't text you. I know it feels like a paradox, because you want the text from that person. Of course, you will manifest the text. But in order to manifest the text and the call, for that person to just be like madly wanting to be with you in a relationship and saying, pursuing you and saying, I'll go to the ends of the earth for you. I would do anything for you because I just think that you're the greatest ever and you make me feel so good. I love being in your presence. If you know that you're that person, then you're not waiting on a call. Be that version of you, because they will, when you are and when you know think positively about yourself. That's really more of what you need to do. And continue to tell, it's not just thinking positively about yourself, but it's like assuming you get everything, you're someone who gets everything you want. You could do the lucky girl syndrome, which is all over, right? So, and I've been affirming that for many years since I met this person that was really lucky and had all these incredible things going for their life. And so affirm that, like, I'm the one who's always lucky. I'm the one who always gets upgraded. I'm the one who always gets everything I want. I'm the one who always has fun. I'm the one it's always working in my favor. I'm the one it always works out. So I create those affirmations. I've been saying them. I don't even need to say them anymore. When I was at the airport last month, and we knew we got the text message the night before, be there 3 hours before. I'm like, I'm not going 3 hours before. We had carry-on, we're not checking in. I'm just gonna go like an hour before. Okay, it was during the holidays too. So we were traveling with there were two other families going. They got there 3 hours. I don't necessarily tell other people what to do. I can affirm for them, but I'm thinking what's going to be my experience. Okay. My experience was we walked into the airport. We took the Uber to the airport. We walk in. I was like, holy shit. Okay, so my reality showed me something because I did affirm there'll be no one in line. It'll be okay. We'll get through. No worries. Maybe it was like slightly more, an hour and 10 minutes because I want to have that little buffer of extra 10 minutes what I give myself to get through the TSA and get to the gate, right? So, but I walk in and I'm with, my family, and I was like, holy shit. And I look at the guy in front of me, I go, is this the line to go through security? He's like, yes. I mean, the line, it's Chicago O'Hare Airport. It was crazy. I was like, oh shit. So in my mind, I thought, okay. But I kept saying, no. Okay, so there was the doubt. I had the doubt. I was like, oh no. I had the worry. I was like, we better make this. I want to get there, right? I was kind of feeling the opposite. And then I said, no. I got in my mind. I go, no, we're getting there. I started picturing the gate. We're already there. I pictured we're already at our destination. We're already at the house that we were renting. I just went there in my mind. What happened it was like 3 to 5 minutes after standing in line. Now I'm sort of at the back. There's maybe 1 or 2 people behind me. From behind me, it was the very end of the airport. So this was a long line. The very end of the airport that was behind me, the security said, hey, we're opening up a new security checkpoint here. Come on over. I was like the second person in line to go through security. This is how my reality works. The old version of me would have been stuck in that line, okay? 5 years ago, I would have been the person that barely got through the line, possibly missed my flight. Because my reality is shaping and forming around who I think I am and how my reality works. And my reality works. It's always working in my favor. It's always working out for me. I always am in the right place at the right time. I got through airport security to the gate. It was less than 10 minutes. We had all that time to spare. Now, subsequently, our flight was delayed because the people, I don't know if it was like some of the crew were flying, but they weren't the crew members of that plane, but they were on the flight. Our flight was delayed for the people that had to wait in line. So it ended up being delayed anyway. But the bigger picture was I didn't have to wait in the security line. Okay? In and out. This is how my world runs, you guys. Why am I teaching this? Because my life used to be chaotic. As soon as I started focusing on what I want instead of what I don't want. Okay, right. By the way, the old natural normal thoughts would be, oh God, we're going to have to wait in this line. I would feel sick to my stomach and worried. I hope we get there. I know I would be nervous. I know I would keep saying, I hope, I might even be saying, we're not going to make it. What if we don't make it? What if I don't make my plane? If I'm affirming, what if I don't make my plane? What's probably going to reflect in my world? I may make it, but the bigger chance is that I'm not going to make it. Okay, because I might have general and specific beliefs about that. But I'll still be standing in a line for a whole hour or hour and a half. going through that, where now my life, like literally my life has shaped and formed around me. My beliefs are, it always works in my favor. Well, I mean, I imagine it's working in your favor. People who follow me, it's working better for you. You're understanding this deeper. I'm imagining for other people too, okay? But I'm imagining first and foremost that my experiences, it's always working out. Best case scenario. I'm always looking at the best in everyone. What kind of treatment do I get? Top treatment. People compliment me. People say nice things to me. People always are like, hey, they're overly generous with me, and vice versa, right? The golden rule. The more that I'm this way, my world is this way. It's incredible. You guys, it's incredible. So we have to replace, my old thoughts would have been not going to work out, not going to work out, not going to work out. I had to consistently say, it will work out. It will work out, and replace that. And now paint the vision. What would it look like if it works out? Looks like I'm already at the gate. What does it look like if I already have the money I want in my bank account? It's already in the bank account. I'm already spending it, already going here, already going there. What does it look like having the most amazing relationship? Looks like this, feels like this. So instead of focusing on what you don't want or the old version of SP, what do you want? What does it look like if you have beautiful flowers that were just given to you? You don't have to imagine someone being there. You could just assume and imply you received flowers from your specific person. Here's the biggest thing you need to overcome is, instead of letting the 3D tell you what you're going to get, you decide what you're going to get. The 3D world's going to show you whatever's currently physically manifested. Opposite. By the way, I walked in the airport. I did imagine no one there. Okay, why didn't that happen? I'm not sure, but it didn't matter to me. Everything worked out in my favor. I looked at the line. I didn't take that fact as final. I thought, no, we're going to be there. I took a deep breath. Okay, so breathing techniques to calm your body. Let my body feel calm and relaxed. I take a deep breath in, breathe out. Get myself into a good state of mind. Now I'm visualizing, what do I want? How do I want it to be? What experience do I want? That's the question you ask yourself. What experience do I want? I don't want this experience. I don't like feeling triggered. I don't like feeling like shit. I don't like someone being mean to me. I don't like people rude to me. Well, if I don't want any of that, I'm not going to keep focusing on it and talking about it. Why were they so rude to me? Those people cut me off. They're jerks. The more I just pay attention to that reality, you keep it in place. If someone cut me off, I could replace in my mind that they stopped and let me in. Now, even though that didn't happen, what happens? This is an example of revision, how revision works. Even though, let's say they cut me off, nothing bad happened, but I want an experience where everyone's nice. Well, I could imagine that they let me go and that I went. I know our brain will say, yeah, but that's not really what happened. But here, if you want to change your future experiences, you need to create the new blueprint of what you do want. Only the present moment exists. So whatever you're doing in the present moment, recreate it. Even if someone told me the opposite, I could imagine they're saying, you're the most beautiful person I've seen. Okay, and as I do that, I will eventually have a reflection that shows that and proves that to me in my physical world. Deb, you're really struggling with self-concept. Just keep on your affirmations, because I have changed my whole entire life through affirmations. About 4 or 5 years ago, I just started saying affirmations. Affirmations like, I am secure. Okay, I am the greatest. I am secure. I was born for greatness. I intend to be confident. I am confident. All right. Even you don't have to believe them. You don't have to believe them. I didn't believe them. I just persisted in the affirmation and it became my reality. All those things became my reality. I became secure. I became sure. I became confident by simply affirming that's who I am. Because I understood the most important word you can say, I am. What are you saying after I am? Are you saying, I'm an idiot. I'm stupid. Why did I do that? I never get it right. I am. What are you? Whatever you claim to be, I am, is who you are. So you can change it just by claiming a new I am. I am confident. I am secure. I am sure. I validate myself. I am validated. I am chosen. I choose me. All right, stay consistent with that. If you're struggling with self-concept, I have a free Facebook group. That's a place that you could start. It's a great community. I also have, if you want to level up, I have a monthly subscription group. It's a VIP group. I go live in that group several times a week. I have a live Q&A in that group. I know everyone, I would say, I feel like I know everyone in that group personally, and I see their successes. And that group it's a group to help cultivate that knowing that you're the creator and help you remember, don't listen to the 3D reality, okay? It's all existing. If you listen to the 3D reality tell you who you don't want to be, then that's who you're going to be. You got to stay, it's a discipline of the mind. It's a discipline. Okay, so I believe in you, and I know you can do it, Deb. Start claiming, I already have. I already am the best version of me. You'll become that. Everything is always working out for me. You always claim everything's always working out for you. Good. After 17 years of marriage, he left me this October, said stopped loving me years ago, no attraction. Sonny, you have the power to change and create your reality. But if you're feeling sad and lonely and you're feeling rejected, that is only going to show you a world of more of that. And I understand that's probably how you can maybe feel. So you need to move beyond that, gain your strength, gain the strength of who you are, and you start telling the world who you are by assuming it. Okay? Because I know you can create attraction when there was no attraction. I know that. I don't care if he said there's no attraction. What could you do? Okay, well, you could go into your mind and remember those times of being together where you could feel that magnetic pull and that magnetic attraction. So go into your mind and let yourself imagine that and remember that, okay? But remember it and create it in the now moment. Make it feel like it's now happening again. It's now, okay? And imagine that you are someone who magnetizes your world. If you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I have a playlist on my YouTube channel, and the playlist is self-concept. So go to the playlist, I Am the Prize. I am chosen. There are several videos about self-concept. They are affirmations for you to listen to. Listen to those affirmations and let those be affirmations you say through the day consistently about who you are. You're the prize. The only reason he's gone is because of what you thought about. Can you connect the dots? Did you feel like he doesn't respect me? He's not making me a priority. What is he doing? Why isn't he here? Okay, so you created this with whatever was within you, whether it was the insecurity or not feeling chosen or feeling resentful because maybe he didn't help, whatever. I know what it's like to be in a long-term marriage. So you can create and align and manifest that you are together. But you have to keep affirming that consistently. Affirming you, number one. Affirm you, because you're going to have less resistance when you affirm yourself. Okay? I mean, again, all possibilities exist. So how to deal with a 3-day when it's really bad? 3-day. With a free day? Okay, how about just how to deal with a day when it's really bad? When you're having a really bad day, can you decide? It's a choice. It's a choice to say, I'm going to just walk through my house and be grateful for everything. And put a timer on for 15 minutes. And for 15 minutes without stopping, this is going to be really good. Because in the first 5 minutes, you're not going to feel it. You're not going to feel that grateful. But as you continue to do it, you will feel the gratitude and the appreciation for the things you have. So set a timer, whatever, 10 or 15 minutes, and just start walking around. Go to the mirror first and be appreciative for who you are. You're alive today. That's a miracle. That's miraculous. You have fingers, toes, everything in your body that you do have. Appreciate, love and appreciate that you have it. That you don't even have to think that your heart is beating. There's infinite intelligence. The reason your heart is beating and you're breathing is because of infinite intelligence, which is within you. So walk through gratitude, or put your focus on gratitude, because that's going to, if you're in a state of gratitude, you're not in a state of feeling angry or bad or sad. Okay, but you probably want to make sure you're doing it for at least 10 or 15 minutes to get you into that mind, that frame of mind. I love you guys all. If you need additional help, there's so many ways to work with me, and I intend you see success. Bye.